The Mandalorian Season 2 has been some of the best Star Wars to come out in generations. It has brought Ahsoka Tano to live action and showed us what we always knew Boba Fett could do: beat some ass at wholesale price. It has taken characters and creatures out of novels and legends and made them real, in the form of Cobb Vanth and the Krayt Dragon. All of this contributed to making The Mandalorian the most streamed series ever. But it has also set up so much more in the way of actual Star Wars lore, with the addition of Fennec Shand and Cobb Vanth to the list of characters. And I believe we will see them become more than just side characters. Today on Star Wars Fanatic. While you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications to stay up to date with my Mandalorian, Cobb Vanth, and general Star Wars content. With the writing team of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, aka the Gods as I like to call them, we got more of what we love: Star Wars. But not just Star Wars, we got Ahsoka Tano and Boba Fett. As surprising as they were to see back, they have been on multiple arenas of the Star Wars franchise already. However, what we didn't expect was to see a literary character come to life in the form of Cobb Vanth. Chuck Wendig wrote an amazing beginning to this new character in the Aftermath novels. From slavery, to freeing himself, to obtaining Boba Fett's iconic armor, then becoming the sheriff of Freetown on Tatooine. He became a favorite of a lot of Star Wars fans' imaginations. With any new work coming out of a franchise, you also get new characters. The new addition to the Mandalorian's lineup was Fennec Shand, a sharpshooter bounty hunter. Not much is known about her other than she was shot by Toro Calican, another new character, and left for dead in the sands of Tatooine. She was discovered by Boba Fett and brought back to life with cybernetic implants where her stomach once was. She since pledged herself to Boba Fett and helped him take out the rest of Jabba the Hutt's crime syndicate and occupy his palace. Fennec Shand has already impressed viewers, and there will be plenty more of her to come. That has already been promised. But what will happen with these characters, Cobb Vanth and Fennec Shand? Will they remain stagnant in their current roles? Cobb Vanth seemed pretty pleased with being the Marshal of Mos Pelgo, and Fennec Shand was shown as a continuing character into what we will be seeing in the Book of Boba Fett. But what if they will be so much more than what we see? Cobb Vanth told Din Djarin, or Mando if you prefer, that he hopes their paths cross again, and the main character of The Mandalorian agreed. So let's take a look at what The Mandalorian Season 3 and the Book of Boba Fett could bring us for these two. We all see it coming. The two series will intertwine with other series currently in production or pre-production, such as Ahsoka and the Rangers of the New Republic. The writing is on the wall. These stories will cross paths at some point, circle around, and meet for a grand finale. It could take years, but it's going to happen. At the end of The Mandalorian Season 2, Din Djarin and Bo-Katan were in a tense moment due to the possession of the Darksaber. Baby Yoda, or Grogu as he's been named, has been taken by Luke Skywalker to be trained as a Jedi. Hints were dropped all over the place that the story will continue and be furthered into the reunification of the Mandalorian people and, hopefully, Mandalore itself. After the credits, we see Boba Fett and Fennec Shand take Jabba's palace, with Boba sitting on the throne at the end. Now, a lot of fans took this at face value, as if to say Boba will now be a crime lord. But this isn't in Boba's character, at least from what we know in canon and legends. He said himself, "I am a simple man trying to make my way through the galaxy, like my father before me." This could have been a ruse, as he had other grand plans of being a sort of crime boss, but I don't think it is. I have made videos about what could be in store for Boba Fett, and to summarize that, I think he will become the reluctant leader of the Mandalorian people. He may not begin that way, but he will most likely end that way. I also feel like Jabba's palace will become the new haven of Mandalorians, or for Mandalorians, with Tatooine as their new home world. But why, when they could go to Concord Dawn or any of the other Mandalorian planets? Well, because those planets are well known as Mandalorian planets. The Mandalorians need a fresh start, just as Boba Fett has a fresh new start, as shown by his freshly painted armor and new look. They need a home planet that is inconspicuous and out of the way. What better than that of Tatooine, the untamed Outer Rim planet that even the Empire and Republic couldn't maintain? Mandalorians could make it a stronghold and rebuild. Okay, so Boba will need Mandalorians more than he knows. By taking out Bib Fortuna, the rest of the Hutt cartel will be after him, that's for sure. There would be no sweeter irony than Mandalorians who often serve the Hutts as bounty hunters and security, taking down the entire Hutt clan. But how does Boba Fett begin to do that? Well, he was taught by his father Jango Fett the ways of the Mandalore. He was trained as a Mandalorian and expected to carry on what his father taught him and what was taught from Jaster Muriel to his father, the Mandalore and leader of the true Mandalorians of the past. There are already two characters that show promise right there on Tatooine, close to Boba Fett. Fennec Shand accompanies him, and Cobb Vanth is close by. My theory is that he will begin with these two. And before you say it, I already made some fan fiction about Boba and Cobb Vanth knowing each other already. All because Boba Fett knew Cobb Vanth's name when he retrieved his armor from Din Djarin in the episode The Tragedy. Yes, Boba knows who Cobb Vanth is, and could pull him in as another sidekick, or maybe even a marshal, or something like that. Cobb Vanth shows he has what it takes. For the one episode we see Cobb Vanth, he has shown he has what it takes to actually be a Mandalorian. Boba could teach him the creed and train him as a Mandalorian. All it would take is an armorer to arrive and make Vanth his own armor. Easy enough when Din Djarin tells her of his travels and of Boba Fett, the man who wore Mandalorian armor and helped him rescue the child Grogu. The armor seems like she likes it when someone helps out Mando. As for Fennec Shand, about the same. She would actually be a bit easier to indoctrinate as she is already in service to the future Mandalore. Whatever his code may be, she follows. Whatever his direction, she carries it out. Boba is already a clan of two again and doesn't even realize it. Besides, I think a Mandalorian helmet would make a nice replacement for the helmet she lost when fighting the Empire on Tython. So, that's what I think. Cobb Vanth and Fennec Shand will become the first two members of the new true Mandalorians. Tatooine will become a safe home for the rest of the Mandalorians willing to join, and Jabba's palace will serve as their headquarters, or palace. This is not to say Mandalorians will stop warring with each other, but I do think most of it will calm when the Darksaber is destroyed. Mandalorians are warriors, and when they get bored with no one else to fight, they fight each other. But I do think they have learned a valuable lesson from their past ways, as their bickering helped the Empire almost wipe them out. Please see my other theory videos about how clones were the stepping stones to the Empire's rule of Mandalore. I'm also working on a theory that brings Fenn Rau into the mix, so stay tuned for that. But what do you think? Is this plausible? Do you have other theories? Let me know in the comments below. I love talking with you and sharing ideas. Sometimes I hear a great idea and I modify my own theory based on that. I'd also like to invite you all to join me for the live stream chats I do on Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we can really discuss some theories and some thoughts about future projects. The last three have been so much fun to do. Just so you know, channel memberships are now live, and I'd like to welcome all that have joined. LFC and Star Wars Nut, Colt, Ethan Frowen, Emmy Mark, and Mike Hepker. Thank you all so much. All proceeds from this channel go right back into the channel so I can give you the best content available. So, join the membership for just a little extra a month and watch this channel grow. And if you are new to the channel and want to stay up to date on my Mandalorian, Boba Fett, or general Star Wars content, Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Give the video a thumbs up as well to show your love for what I do here, and share the video with your friends. Let's make this the best Star Wars channel and community on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.